What if the very act of believing you're still sick is the only thing keeping you sick? I know that sounds impossible, maybe even dangerous to suggest, but stay with me here because what you're about to discover might completely transform your understanding of how healing actually works. Welcome. This is Master JD. Let's explore how to act like you are healed. Right now, at this very moment, your body is performing millions of repair operations. Your cells are regenerating. Your immune system is identifying and eliminating threats. Your tissues are rebuilding themselves. This isn't happening tomorrow or next week. It's happening right here and now, whether you're aware of it or not. But here's where it gets fascinating. Has this ever happened to you? Let's say you go to the doctor, you receive a diagnosis, and suddenly that label becomes your identity. I have diabetes. I suffer from anxiety. I have depression. I'm living with chronic pain. I have terrible chronic back pain, whatever it may be. The language we use isn't just descriptive, it's instructive. Every time you declare your illness, every time you identify with your condition, you're actually sending a very specific signal to the trillions of cells in your body, and those cells are listening. Modern scientific research is now confirming something that ancient healing traditions have known for thousands of years. Your body possesses an extraordinary capacity for self-repair and regeneration. Every single organ, including your brain, your heart, your spinal cord, even organs we once thought were incapable of healing, are literally designed to restore themselves. If the body is left in its natural state, it can potentially regenerate itself every 8 months entirely. The question isn't whether your body can heal. The real question is this: what are you unconsciously doing that's preventing it from doing what it was naturally designed to do? Here's what most people don't realize. The beliefs you carry about yourself aren't just floating around in your mind as harmless thoughts. They're actively being encoded into your biology, translated into chemistry, and expressed through your physical body. When you unconsciously accept that you're powerless over your healing, that your condition is permanent, that your deterioration is inevitable, these beliefs don't just influence your outlook, they literally program your cells and manifest as the very symptoms you're experiencing. Your body is essentially a mirror reflecting back to you what you truly believe about yourself at the deepest, most subconscious level. And this is where the title of this video becomes not just a suggestion, but a scientifically backed pathway to transformation. What you're about to learn in the next few minutes will challenge everything you've been taught about illness, healing, and the relationship between your mind and your physical body. So the real question becomes, what would happen if you stopped acting sick and started acting healed? Think about this for a moment. We've been taught that the brain is the command center, the master controller, orchestrating everything happening inside you. But the hidden truth behind your physiology reveals something far more profound. And it completely transforms how we understand healing. Your heart, not your brain, is actually sending the primary instructions that determine what chemistry floods through your system at any given moment. This isn't just poetic language or spiritual metaphor. Your heart contains approximately 40,000 specialized cells that function remarkably just like brain cells. Yet they exist entirely within your heart. These cells think, they learn, they remember independently of your cranial brain. This is measurable biological reality. Your heart is in constant communication with your brain, but it's sending far more signals upward than your brain sends back down. The impact of this discovery on your healing journey cannot be overstated. When you create specific emotions in your heart, genuine gratitude, authentic appreciation, real compassion or care, those feelings generate signals that travel directly to your brain. Your brain then responds by releasing chemistry that mirrors the quality of those emotions. Positive, coherent emotions trigger the release of hormones that strengthen your immune system, activate anti-aging mechanisms, and create the precise conditions your body needs for regeneration. Now here's where most people miss the revelation that changes everything. We've been conditioned to pray for healing, to ask for health, to beg for it, to plead for our bodies to get better. But every time you beg for healing, what are you actually declaring? You're affirming that you're sick. You're announcing that health doesn't exist in your present moment. You're identifying with the illness rather than the wellness. The secret to manifestation and healing isn't begging for what you want. It's feeling the feeling of already having it. This is how consciousness interacts with physical reality. When you embody the state of already being healed, when you feel it in your heart with genuine gratitude, something extraordinary happens. Your cells don't respond to the circumstance you've been observing with your eyes. They respond in the reality you're healing in your heart, you're feeling in your heart. Your body begins receiving completely different instructions, and those instructions are what determine whether you stay trapped in the cycle of illness or step into the transformation you're seeking. Your heart potentially generates the strongest electrical and magnetic fields in your entire body, stronger than your brain, stronger than any other organ. What if I told you that the very words you whisper to yourself each morning are either building your health or dismantling it, cell by cell, breath by breath? Think about it for a moment. How many times have you woken up and immediately begun scanning your body for what's wrong, searching for pain, cataloging discomfort, rehearsing your limitations before your feet even touch the ground, before you hit the deck every morning and get on with your day? You become so accustomed to identifying as the wounded one, the sick one, the person whose body has betrayed them, that you've forgotten something profound. Your body is listening to every single word you say about it. Carl Jung understood something that modern science is only now beginning to acknowledge. The unconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what you imagine and what is real. When you repeatedly tell yourself, "I am broken," your subconscious accepts this as an instruction manual, and your body obediently follows the blueprint you've just provided to it. Your cells, your immune system, even the chemistry of your blood responds to the narrative you're feeding it. Has this ever happened to you? You wake up feeling relatively okay, but the moment you remember your diagnosis, your chronic condition or pain, your persistent pain, suddenly your body tightens, your breath becomes shallow, and the symptoms intensify. This isn't coincidence. This is the power of identification. Healing doesn't begin when the symptoms disappear. Healing begins the moment you stop identifying with the wound. The moment you shift from saying, "I am sick," to "I am healing." From "my body is failing me" to "my body is just communicating with me." This isn't positive thinking or denial of reality. This is recognizing a deeper truth that Jung spent his entire life exploring. We become what we believe ourselves to be. Your thoughts aren't just abstract concepts floating around in your head. They're instructions, chemical signals, energetic patterns that shape your physical reality. Every time you speak harshly to your body, criticizing it for its limitations, you're essentially telling it to contract, to protect, to remain in a state of defense in illness. But what happens when you place your hand gently on the part of you that hurts and whisper, "I love you. Thank you for carrying me through this. Stay with me until the end." The body doesn't obey force. It doesn't respond to your desperate demands to just get better already, but it responds beautifully, almost miraculously, to love, to gentleness, to the quiet decision to see yourself differently. The body obeys the mind that loves, not the mind that pushes, not the mind that demands perfection, not the mind that treats healing like a battle to be won, the loving mind. This is the hidden truth that changes the entire journey of recovery. When you speak to yourself with genuine kindness, something extraordinary happens at the cellular level. Your organs literally soften. The chronic tension you've been carrying begins to release. Your immune system, which has been operating in survival mode, finally awakens to its true capacity. Think back to a moment when you felt genuinely peaceful. Maybe you were watching sunlight filter through trees, or you heard laughter that made you forget yourself completely, or you felt gratitude wash over you for no particular reason at all. In those moments, your body wasn't fighting, it was flowing. And here's what most people miss. Those moments weren't just pleasant experiences, they were actually medicine. Pure, potent medicine coursing throughout your system, triggering healing responses that frankly no pharmaceutical can ever replicate. We've been taught that healing takes years, that recovery is a long, arduous process requiring endless discipline and struggling. But Jung discovered something different in his explorations of the psyche. Some people healed in what appears to be an instant, not because their illness suddenly vanished, but because they made a radical decision. They chose peace now. Not peace when the symptoms disappear, not peace when the doctors gave them good news. Peace now. This immediate shift in your internal landscape is the shortest road to recovery. If you continue acting as the wounded one, getting up each morning with the same defeated posture, the same worried ill thoughts, the same rehearsal of limitations, life will continue mirroring that identity right back to you. The universe doesn't judge this choice. It simply reflects what you're embodying. But imagine rising tomorrow and acting as the healed one. Before your mind can protest with its catalog of symptoms, you smile. You bless your body. You move with trust instead of suspicion. You're not pretending. You're making a conscious decision about which aspect of yourself gets to lead today. The outer world must follow the inner world. Stop asking, when will I heal? And start asking, how can I love myself today? Because love, genuine self-love, is the most powerful healing force available to you or all of us. It dissolves the guilt you've been carrying. It releases the fear that's been running the show behind the scenes for all these years. It restores order to the chaos. Claiming your healing isn't denial of what's happening in your body right now. It's a decision, a conscious, powerful decision, that your body's story will be rewritten by love, not by the accumulated memories of every painful moment, every diagnosis, every limitation you've experienced. The past just describes you. Yes, it does. It tells part of your story, but it doesn't have to define you. It doesn't determine what happens next. Each breath you take is writing a new script, creating a new possibility, opening a door that wasn't there a moment ago. Your illness, as difficult as this might be to accept, has been your teacher. It brought you to this exact moment of awareness, to this turning point where you finally understand that you have agency in this process. The transformation happens when you stop waiting for external proof and start acting as though healing has already occurred. Not pretending it has, but embodying the energy of someone who trusts their body's innate wisdom. Life responds to such faith. It doesn't reward doubt or hesitation. It multiplies whatever you embody, whatever you consistently hold as true in your deepest self. There was a time, probably so long ago you can't even remember it, when you lived in complete natural trust. You were a child perhaps who didn't judge your body, didn't analyze every sensation, didn't carry anxiety about health. You simply existed in harmony with yourself. Then something shifted. You began looking at your body through other people's eyes, perhaps. You absorbed their fears, their beliefs, their warnings. You learned that discomfort meant you've done something wrong. That pain was punishment, that your body was something to control rather than listen to. These weren't conscious decisions. They were downloads, unconscious programming, in fact, that shaped your entire relationship with physical experience. You started mistrusting your own sensations, second-guessing what your body was trying to communicate. What began as an innocent, I feel unwell, gradually transformed into a fixed identity, I am unwell. Beliefs are simply thoughts that you've practiced repeatedly. Identity is just a belief you've repeated so many times that you stopped questioning whether it's actually true or not. The patterns running your health right now were installed when you were too young to choose them consciously, but today is the moment. This is the moment. You can begin overriding those old programs with new ones. Jung understood something that completely reframes how you see your body. It's not a broken machine that needs fixing. It's not an enemy that betrayed you. Your body is a faithful companion that has been carrying the weight of your fears, your stress, your unprocessed emotions, for goodness sakes, with remarkable devotion. Every single day it's been doing its absolute best to keep you alive, to keep you moving, to communicate what it truly needs. When your body hurts, it's speaking to you. When it tightens, it's calling for comfort, not criticism. When it sends you signals of fatigue or pain, it's asking for your attention, your care, your loving partnership. Think about these rare moments when you completely forgot about your illness. Maybe you were laughing so hard your stomach hurt for a different reason. Maybe you witnessed something so beautiful it took your breath away. Maybe you felt so loved, so connected, that your symptoms simply faded into the background. In those precious moments, you weren't holding the identity of the wounded one. You weren't rehearsing your limitations. You were simply being. And those moments aren't accidents or temporary escapes from reality. They're proof that your essence, your true self, is greater than your diagnosis. Any label, any story you've ever been telling about what's wrong with you. This revelation opens up an entirely new pathway, one that doesn't require you to force anything. You don't have to pretend you're healed when doubt is still whispering in your mind. You don't have to manufacture belief out of thin air. Force is absolutely no place in genuine healing. Don't force yourself. What's needed is something much simpler, much more accessible: willingness. Just willingness. This subtle shift in mindset changes everything, because willingness doesn't demand proof. It simply says, perhaps I am not as broken as I believed. It whispers, maybe there is more strength in me than I've seen. It suggests, what if my body and I are actually on the same team? This small willingness, this gentle opening, begins a quiet transformation that happens beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. Gentle affirmations spoken with genuine willingness rather than desperate hoping plant seeds in your subconscious that their work long before you see the first visible signs of change. The impact compounds over time, creating new neural pathways, never chemical responses, new patterns of being. There's a practice that might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's one of the most sought after, powerful tools of transformation you'll ever see. Stand before a mirror, not to critique yourself, not to catalog what's wrong, but to actually meet yourself. Look directly into your own eyes and say out loud, I am willing to see myself as whole. Or simply repeat, I am whole. Notice what happens in your body when you do this. Notice the resistance, the doubt, the voice that says you're being ridiculous. That's the old programming trying to maintain control. But every single kind word you speak to your reflection plants a seed in the garden of your subconscious mind. This isn't vanity. This is radical self-reclamation. Over time, something extraordinary happens. Your reflection begins to show less fear and more light, not because your physical appearance has dramatically changed, but because the energy you're carrying, the story you're embodying, has fundamentally shifted. Place your hands over your heart while standing there and whisper these words. I am willing to remember my wholeness. I am ready to live as though healing is possible. Not declaring you're actually perfect. You're simply opening the door to a different possibility. And that opening is where all genuine transformation begins. Living as your healed self doesn't require grand gestures or dramatic lifestyle overhauls. It begins with the smallest decisions, the quietest moments, stretching slowly when you wake up instead of bracing against the day, allowing morning air to reach your chest before you pick up your phone, letting sunlight touch your face first thing in the morning, a beautiful, wonderful experience. These aren't trivial actions. They're quiet declarations of life, subtle announcements to your nervous system that you're safe, that you're choosing differently today. When you prepare your clothes for the day, choose comfortable over obligation. When you eat, take one breath and bless your food, acknowledging it as nourishment rather than just fuel. When you walk, even if it's just from one room to another, lift your chin slightly and let your arms swing naturally. These micro adjustments in how you move through the day are reprogramming your entire system. Each loving thought is surgery without pain. Each gentle decision is medicine without side effects. The impact accumulates in ways you can't measure, but absolutely can feel over time. You're teaching your body a new language, creating new pathways, establishing new defaults. Healing isn't something that will happen someday when conditions are perfect. Healing is happening right now, in this moment, as you make the conscious choice to relate to yourself differently. If you made it all the way here, I want you to know that says something important about you. You're not just consuming content. You're actively choosing to invest in your own transformation, to question the narratives you've been living under, to explore what's possible when you shift your relationship with your body and your healing journey. This conversation matters because someone needs to be talking about the intersection of mind, body, and the unconscious patterns that shape our health in ways conventional approaches just frankly often miss. Now, before we leave, stand in front of the mirror and say, I love you, and repeat I love you 12 times. Try this for the next 30 days. You'll notice an amazing transformation. Now go forward today as if you've already healed. Act as if you've healed. Enjoy your healing.